What's up everybody, my name is Arpit and welcome to GCP Live, the channel where we uncover Google Cloud secrets. Today we are starting a brand new video series called The Data Journey, from information to insights. Data is at the very core of innovation for every industry, and the amount of data that every industry is producing is increasing at a rapid pace. To put that in perspective, if you take all the data that we can expect to see in the world in 2025 and then start burning Blu-ray disc to store all that data, you can reach to the moon 23 times. That's how much data you're going to be producing. All of us are going to be producing in the next few years. And yet, almost 70% of the companies have not really unlocked the true potential of data analytics. And that is exactly what we're going to be learning in this video series called The Data Journey. Here are a few things that you can expect from this video series. We're going to be telling you how you can integrate all your data sources, consolidate all your information in one single place, and break your data silos. We're going to be learning about how you can build a global data warehouse which acts as a single source of truth for all the information that you have in your enterprise. We're going to see how you can implement data discovery and data governance so that you can democratize the access to the data that you have, and you know exactly who owns the data in the enterprise and how do you get access to it. You will learn how to build streaming and batch data analytics pipeline which can help you process and transform any amount of data as you ingest it, even before you start analyzing it. And then we will show you how you can visualize all the data that you have so that you can make data-driven decisions by implementing executive dashboards that give you insights into your enterprise. And then we're going to be looking at advanced analytics and machine learning, which will basically help us address any answers about your enterprise, not only looking back, but also learning from all the experience in the past and also predicting for the future. Data analytics can be broadly broken into two parts: data engineering and data science. Data engineering is the process of ingesting all the data that you have, transforming it to a canonical data model, and then organizing it in a data warehouse or a data lake. So that whole process is data engineering, and we're going to be showing you how you can implement a successful data engineering practice. But once your data is in your data warehouse, you need to start addressing business problems with it. You need to start answering business questions with it. And that's where data science comes into place. And on the data science side of things, we're going to show you how you can leverage techniques like advanced analytics and machine learning to address specific questions from your data, and how you can activate and visualize your data by creating executive dashboards and self-serve systems. And we're going to be looking at data analytics on Google Cloud. But you may ask, why Google Cloud specifically? Why Google Cloud? Well, because of three reasons. First one is knowledge. You see, Google is a data company. Google's mission is to organize world's information and make it accessible to all. And because of that, the amount of information that Google has access to, the amount of knowledge that Google has access to, nobody in the world probably has that much of information. Not only that, Google is a unique company that has more than 9 products with more than 1 billion active users each. Each of these products is pumping a huge amount of data, and Google has the infrastructure to be able to process and transform and analyze all that data in real time. Google Cloud is the platform that has evolved from the same technology that is powering all these platforms, including Google Search, Gmail, YouTube, and so on. The amount of knowledge that Google has gained because of all the data that it is processing and analyzing is tremendous. And Google is bringing all that knowledge to you in forms of pre-trained APIs like the Vision API or the Language Processing API, and also in the form of third-party and proprietary datasets as a part of BigQuery ecosystem. The second thing I would like to point out about Google Cloud is scale. Like I mentioned, Google is a unique company with 9 products with more than 1 billion users each. There's probably no other company in the world that is doing that. And the compute infrastructure that Google Cloud offers you is the same infrastructure that is powering all these massive apps. Google essentially serves as the $100 billion R&D department for Google Cloud, because everything that Google Cloud has to offer has its root in Google's own products. Not only Google provides the infrastructure that can scale, it also takes responsibility of provisioning and managing the infrastructure required for scaling. Google provides serverless platforms that we will learn more about in this video series that enable you to auto scale as your workload grows in size and volume. And the third and probably the most important aspect of why Google Cloud is trust. The trust that Google has created by creating an extremely secure cloud infrastructure facility is tremendous. Today, almost 40% of the world's internet traffic goes through Google's network. That makes Google one of the most trusted telecom and internet company in the world. Google Cloud provides best-in-class security and compliance. In fact, I was reading the other day, HSBC manages its infrastructure on Google Cloud and was able to achieve security compliance in 67 different countries of operations on Google Cloud. And Google does all of that with a sense of purpose and with a sense of sustainability. Google runs its data centers with 50% more energy efficiency than any other data center in the world. And this is what a data pipeline on Google Cloud might look like. Now, don't get overwhelmed. I know there are way too many components on this slide, but we're gonna dive deeper into each one of them throughout this video series. So just hang on in there and let me know in the comments if you would like me to spend more time on any one of these pieces, or if you think I've missed something and you would want me to include that as well as a part of this video series. I hope this is useful. Please subscribe to the channel, because next week we're going to be talking about data ingestion. That's going to be the first topic that we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about all different kinds of data ingestion, and we're going to start with batch data ingestion. So ingesting data files is going to be the first topic that we're going to be talking about. See you next time.